Now, the Watson Glaser test is often the first hurdle that must be surmounted during the recruitment process for a number of large city law firms. Unlike common aptitude tests that assess a range of skills and competencies, the Watson Glaser test focuses only on critical thinking. Now, this means that if critical thinking isn't a particular strength of yours, you'll face a slightly more difficult challenge, as you won't be able to use other strengths to boost your scores across other aspects of the test. On a positive note, the Watson Glaser test isn't quite as time pressured as many other critical thinking and verbal reasoning tests. With an average of 45 seconds to answer each question, most candidates are able to complete the tests on time. Despite this, psychometric test experts consider it to be one of the trickiest tests out there because, well, firstly, it's an objectively difficult test with its own sets of rules and a unique question format, and we'll cover that in a bit. Secondly, apparently applicant scores are benchmarked against the scores of other applicants, and that means that there isn't necessarily a set pass rate. Applicants need to score the highest scores relative to other applicants, so that can make it a little bit more competitive. I'm now going to talk you through some strategies to help you pass the Watson Glaser test. Firstly, know the rules. Now, the Watson Glaser test has its own sets of rules, unparalleled by any other critical thinking test. The test is split into 5 distinct sections, so inferences, assumptions, deduction, interpretation, and arguments, and the rules change between each of these sections. This means you need to shift your mindset as you progress between sections, which requires a strong level of understanding and intellectual discipline. For this reason, it's absolutely crucial to practice for Watson Glaser tests using material that has been specifically designed to replicate the types of questions you will face. Now, general critical thinking practice questions may accustom you to rules and requirements which are not relevant to the Watson Glaser test, which may well hinder your progress, for example, by getting you into the wrong mindset for certain types of Watson Glaser questions. Next, learn to ignore irrelevant information. Now, a major part of your preparation process for Watson Glaser test will involve learning when to ignore your intuition and predispositions. At times, to reach the correct answers, you must go against what you believe to be true in the most fundamental way. You must also become adept at identifying and disregarding irrelevant information. It's not easy. Finally, don't linger on tricky questions for too long. Unlike some psychometric tests, Watson Glaser tests usually let you scroll back and forth between your answers and change them if necessary before you submit your test. As a result, it can be better to initially skip questions that you can't easily answer, just to make sure that you get through the whole test and answer all the questions that you are comfortable answering. If you get stuck on a few questions and linger for too long, you may then miss the chance to even look at the last few questions, which, for all you know, may be some of the easiest on the test. To help with this strategy, consider noting down the number of each question that you're unable to easily answer as you progress through the test. If you have time at the end, you can then use this list to help you quickly go back to the questions that required more thought, safe in the knowledge that you've answered all the others.